What actually is a method that you use to take out for a predetermined number of observations. There are two concepts we need to know here. Number one is population, right? Population talks about the entire universe. We call it as universe. Jitne bhi hai. When I say I want to learn about performance of girls in RJ College. All the girls enrolled in RJ College constitute the population. Okay? All the girls enrolled for their education in RJ College constitute the population. Right? So now when I say sample, like see, girls enrolled in junior college, girls enrolled in degree college, girls enrolled in PG programs, girls enrolled in PhD programs, and all possible programs में enroll किए हुए girls को population बोलते हैं. Now when I want to actually learn their performance, right? What will I do? I will either survey them all, or I will say satisfaction and performance. I will survey them all, or I will go take say 10 from each class and survey. That 10 constitutes your sample. Like for example, in a day-to-day life, what example can I give for sampling? Like for example, you're cooking something, right? What will you do? थोड़ा सा निकाल के you will taste and see when the thing is about to finish. If you want to know if there is adequate salt, do you think you will drink the entire thing? Supposing you are making some gravy, ठीक है? What will you do? थोड़ा सा निकाल के खा के देखोगे. समझ में आ रहा है? So that थोड़ा सा constitutes your sampling. Now talking about the concept of population. Population जो है all members, as I told you, all the girls enrolled in RJ College constitute the population. They meet all set of specifications for a specified criterion. Population of India is defined as people residing in India, all people residing in India. Population of Punjab, population of Tamil Nadu, population of Kerala, Maharashtra, right? All population living within the boundaries. Now, when I talk about a single member of any given population, is called as element. Like for example, all girls enrolled in RJ College, as I told you, PG, UG, etc. And every single member is going to be an element, right? Every single member is going to be an element. Now, population is referred to when all elements are included, right? We call it as census. So we need to know four concepts here, namely, are you following? Population. All the members
Yes, ma'am.
are called as population. Now every single member बोलते हैं ना population को, उसको element बोलते हैं. And उनमें से अगर आपने थोड़े बहुत निकाल के स्टडी किया, we call it as sample. And सेंसस किसको कहते हैं? हर एक मेंबर को स्टडी करते हो ना, उसको सेंसस कहते हैं. आर यू फॉलोइंग? All the members who are going to meet the specified criterion of the study are called as population, and so every individual member is referred to, every individual member of the population is referred to as the element. And when we study a few selected members of the population is called as sample, and every single member studied is called as census, while when you include all the elements. Now, yeah, it talks about random sampling or probability sampling, non-random sampling or non-probability sampling. We'll learn about the individual sampling. Now, random sampling talks about probability of all elements being selected are equal. Supposing I say, I want to study the satisfaction, supposing I give you all, say, some sweets to eat, okay? And I want to study how do you feel about the sweet. So I'm going to select 10 students at random. So when I say 10 students at random, what will happen? Each of you have equal probability of getting selected. There are 60 students and 60 k 60. Like for example, Anu has 1 by 60th probability of being selected, right? Shubham has 1 by 60 probability of being selected. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So all of you have equal probability of being selected is called as probability sampling or random sampling, right? So you don't have any specified criterion here. Yeah, जो भी वो class को sweets जिनको भी दिया है, you will be surveyed. You have an I'm going to select 10 at random. जिसका मतलब है I'm going to be choosing 10 to study it, right? Any doubts here? Whereas non-probability, you set a criteria, right? All those members who belong to the population have a criteria to be selected for study, right? It is you define the criteria and then based on the research, based on the researcher's interest, you're going to study. Are you following? Any doubts here?
No, ma'am. No.
Probability sampling, right? Random sampling is also called as probability sampling. Types of random sampling. We have simple random sampling or lottery method. What is types of random, what is simple random sampling or lottery method? How do you do in a lottery? Lottery matlab, see for example, I will write all your names in a chit. Okay? When I write all your names in a chit and I select a chit, so there are 60 students, 60 names. It's going to be 60. Say I'm going to select one student out of them. So every single student has an equal chance of getting selected, right? So that is called as random sampling. Now I talk about non-random sampling. This is also called, the random sampling is also called as simple random sampling, or it's going to be probability sampling. Then I talk about systematic sampling. Systematic sampling, right? Now I'm going to say, I'm going to select 10 students and then it is going to be, what will I do? I will say, I will define a criteria. I'm going to say, I'm going to have, say, every sixth roll number, or I will divide you. I will say six roll number will be selected, right? So 2 lungi, so I will take 8, right? That 2 was selected randomly. So I'm going to systematically random sample you. I define a criteria here and then select randomly. समझ में आ रहा है? I selected 2, or if I had selected 3, then I will take 9. समझ में आ रहा है? Are you following? Supposing I select the roll number 2. पहले 6 में से I select the roll number 2. And then what I do? उसके बाद 8. Then I select 14 and so on. समझ में आ रहा है? Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Divide you into groups of 6 and then I have a system of selecting. Next I talk about, say, stratified. यहाँ पे सिस्टमैटिक में रैंडम किधर से आया? दैट नंबर 6 was random and the other one was system. I mean, sorry, that number 2 I selected was random. Roll number, I mean, I said I divided you into groups of 6. That roll number 2 was based on your roll number, two was say, random, whereas the other parts, every 6, then that was systematic. समझ में आया? 2 plus 6, then plus 6, plus 6, plus 6. Now, when I talk about stratified, I divide the entire data into stratas. Stratas मतलब class. Stratas. For example, performance of all students in a college. So all the students selected in a college, I mean enrolled in a college, are going to compose my population. Now I'm going to divide them into different strata. I'm going to first divide them into girls and then boys. ठीक है? उसके नीचे at random I'm going to divide them into junior college girls and then degree college. ठीक है? Degree college and then 11th 12th यहाँ पे UG PG. ठीक है? सो यहाँ पे से 10 लूंगी, यहाँ पे से 10 लूंगी, यहाँ पे से 10 लूंगी, यहाँ पे से 10 लूंगी एंड सो ऑन. Did you understand that? I'm dividing it into different stratas. Are you following? एक एक को different classes में divide कर रही हूँ and then उसको smaller unit में मैंने divide किया. से यहाँ से 10, यहाँ से 10, यहाँ से 10, यहाँ से 10. I may even say A division, B division, C division, etc. वहां से 10-10 करके ले सकती हूँ. Are you following?
Yes.
Called as stratified sampling, where I divide the entire population into different stratas. Cluster, or we call it as multi-stage sampling. Okay? Now what I do is, I'm going to divide the entire data into different clusters, right? So, like for example, I'll tell you the difference between the third and the fourth after I finish cluster. Cluster में मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? I'm going to say that cluster में I will divide this thing into different stages. For example, मुझे इंडिया में food habits लोगों का पढ़ना है, right? So what I will do, I will divide India into different clusters based on the states. पहले states चुनूंगी, फिर states के नीचे और क्या करूंगी, I will divide it into different districts, different villages, right? Supposing rural population का, फिर villages में तालुक्स and so on I go on. ठीक है? थोड़ा 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 नैरो डाउन करके फिर हर एक क्लस्टर में से हर एक स्टेट में से और से विलेजेस इज द लास्ट स्टेट सपोजिंग, तो एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अगर मुझे 4 विलेजेस है तो 1 एट अ रैंडम आई विल स्टडी. समझ में आ रहा है? आर यू फॉलोइंग? नाउ एंटायर कॉलेज इज डिवाइडेड इनटू डिफरेंट कोर्सेस फॉर एग्जांपल. ठीक है? एंड हर एक कोर्स में यूजी पीजी एंड पीएचडी आई डिवाइडेड इनटू दिस. तो मैं क्या करूंगी, से एट रैंडम यूजी में से 2 कोर्स, पीजी में से 2 कोर्स एंड उसके अंदर भी यूजी के 2 कोर्स में से फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर एट रैंडम आई विल टेक फर्स्ट ईयर या सेकेंड ईयर या वॉट एवर, राइट? देन आई एम गोइंग टू सेलेक्ट अ फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स एट रैंडम फ्रॉम whatever selected cluster. Are you following? Stages. And then select at random. हर स्टेज में एक एक क्लस्टर सेलेक्ट करूंगी and then from that I will select. Any doubt so far? Any
No,
doubt?
ma'am, no doubt.
Sure. Now we talk about non-probability sampling, right? Acha, one more thing I wanted to tell you the difference between stratified and cluster. Stratified में क्या होता है? You're dividing the population into strata and उसमें से at random you're going to select. Whereas cluster में stages में जा रहे हो आप, UG, PG, junior college, etc. And from there you're going to take one cluster at a time at random and then select from that at random. समझ में आ रहा है? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Non-probability or non-random. Okay. Number 1, convenience sampling. Convenience sampling bola to, since I reside in Chembur, I will say Chembur is convenient for me, so I will survey all the, supposing it is consumption of fast food by people aged between 18 and 35. So I will conveniently survey people residing in Chembur because it is convenient to me. And then I say quota sampling, where I say 50 males, 50 females will have to be surveyed in a class or in a course. Then I will go in for 50-50 to predefined criteria hai. Non-probability mein you have a predefined criteria. Researcher has a predefined criteria for surveying. Therefore, I'm going to say quota sampling mein I have a predefined quota, like say I say 18 to 30 bola, so 18 to 25, 25 to 30 ये age group में मैं survey करूँगी, and that too I will survey say 50 males, 50 females based on the predefined criteria. Then 3 is going to be judgment sampling. What is judgment sampling? I know. Yes, yes, yes.
Screen is half visible.
My screen is not visible. Okay. Yes. Snowball sampling. So we finished till judgment sampling. Snowball sampling. Snowball sampling. अच्छा, judgment खत्म हुआ हमारा. No judgment. We were not over that. Judgment sampling, right? See, what I am going to do is, I am going to ask in a class, did you all understand, right? So now what I do is, or I will say like, you all have to help me with certain aspects, right? In the class. Like I tell you, chalo help me with the, selection of topics for Avishkar. So what I do, I am going to, based on my judgment, what I will do, first 10 rankers, please come here and then help me with topics for Avishkar. So that makes a judgment. Are you following? Based on my judgment, I'm going to select. That is called as judgment sampling. Any doubt here? Any doubt? Yes, no? Now I talk about snowball sampling. What a snowball sampling is, I'm going to ask, like for example, I'm going to tell you, all those who have purchased the books of research methodology, I want a feedback, right? Now I want a feedback from all those. Supposing I have 400 students. So what I will do, 400 ke 400 to nahi purchase kiye honge. So I will find out one student who has purchased the book. So she says, I will give you my feedback. I'll ask her, do you know anybody else who has purchased the book? Then she gives me a list of names. समझ में आ रहा है? That is called as snowball sampling. समझ में आ रहा है? Till now, I said above, types में random and non-random. Random में simple random, right? You remember? Simple random is the lottery method. stratified random cluster sampling, or it is also called as multi-stage sampling, right? There is a method actually to find out how to do the sampling. Like for example, when I say population जो है ना उसके हिसाब से number of samples to be selected, उसका method भी है. There is a formula for it. Multi-stage systematic. ठीक है. Now non-random में you have say convenience, quota, judgment, and then snowball. These are the types of non-random sampling. Am I clear? Third, simple random sampling is going to represent the entire population. I told you all of you have an equal chance of getting selected. So that is simple random sampling, right? May be difficult to obtain the list actually. See, I don't know the list of students. Supposing I say at random, I want to select 50 students. Sare students may not be possible, or I may not be able to get their list, and they may be expensive also, right? Simple. Sabko ek saath gero, then you take 10. It's very difficult. When I talk about stratified, again it represents the entire population. जिनको भी पढ़ना है, जिनके भी बारे में पढ़ना है, entire list gets, and everybody gets included. But it is difficult to obtain the list. Again, this can also be expensive, right? And convenient sampling easy होता है, convenient होता है, and I don't need the member. यहाँ पे चेंबूर है तो चेंबूर study करके जा सकती हूँ. But it will not represent. See, for any research, never choose convenient sampling or simple random sampling. दोनों के दोनों will not represent your population properly, though it says representative, right? At random किसी को पकड़ा पूछा, he may not even give you the correct information. Quota sampling, again, it is simple, easy, convenient, and no complete member list needed, but it may not be representative of the population. Are you following? समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is sample size? See, we need to know what is the size of the population. कितना sample लेना है मुझे? इसके लिए मुझे consider करना है population. How much population is there? What are the statistical issues, economic factors, availability of participants, etc. उसके basis पे हम करेंगे. There is a formula to scientifically decide on the size of population. Now, what are the merits and demerits of sampling method of data collection? So basically, when I say merits and demerits, it is less time consuming. Obviously, population hoga to every single unit has to be studied. So it is less time consuming and organizational convenience. And also that you need to do a detailed inquiry. आपको है ना, based on the organization's convenience, you will be able to do it. And also आपको detailed inquiry का possibility यहाँ पे है. Following all of you? And absence of being representative, again, आपको representative of the whole population का ज़रूरत नहीं है. It is a smaller universe, but it also has its own deficits or defects. उसके सैम्पलिंग के काफ़ी जो पढ़ना है वो शायद मिस हो सकता है, जिसके बारे में पढ़ना है. And probably when you want to learn this, after effects of COVID-19, how they feel, how they are going to be affected, etc., it becomes very, very difficult, right? If you choose random sampling में आप एक को लेंगे जिसको asymptomatic है, तो it again becomes difficult to study it. Are you following? Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Methods of data collection. See, we wanted to decide on the data. That is why we spoke about sampling, right? So now we talk about methods of data collection. So basically, when you see data collection procedure, जो है ना, it has to be clear, unbiased, reliable, and valid. And you should what you have to study उसके लिए data चाहिए मुझे, बराबर? उसके लिए बराबर data चाहिए and those variables जो चाहिए वो मुझे मिलना चाहिए data collection में, right? Now we have two actually sources of data. दो source क्या है? Primary. What is primary? You're directly collecting it from the subjects of study. And then primary collection में क्या होता है? It is collected directly by the researcher or a trained data collector, and then data is collected specifically for a purpose of the research, like surveys, interviews, etc. Now, secondary data is going to be from already published sources. You're going to collect the data. Now, one thing I wanted to show you yesterday itself, I wanted to show you what is a hypothesis, how does what a hypothesis looks like, and I will also show you what is a primary data, what is a secondary data. Okay? Talk about it is going to be from sources which are already published. Newspaper से ले सकते हो, या you already have data stored, right? या आपको data like published sources में मिलता है, journals में मिल सकता है, किसी ने already collect किया हो. There are websites like NFHS National Family Health Survey, RBI website. यहाँ पे काफी जगह पे आपको data मिलता है. That is called as secondary data, secondary source of data, right? They are already published. Now, when you see primary data, what are the advantages? You can do it as per your requirement, tailor-made needs. And researcher can determine exactly what the data is collected for, specify your objective, वो objective के हिसाब से आप data collect कर सकते हो. It is defined and consistent protocol. अगेन वो कंप्लीट कर सकते हो आप, कंप्लीटनेस हो सकता है डेटा में, राइट? यू डोंट नीड टू बी लाइक ये नहीं है तो आप क्या कर, मतलब व्हाट डू यू से, कंप्लीटनेस पूरा डेटा मिल सकता है. ये नहीं है तो दूसरा सोर्स फाइंड आउट करो, दूसरा वेबसाइट में देखो, प्रोडक्शन मिल रहा है, फिर कंजम्पशन नहीं मिल रहा है तो वो दूसरा साइट में देखो, एक्सेट्रा. ये जो है आप अपने हिसाब से कलेक्ट कर सकते हो एक ही फॉर्म में या एक ही इंटरव्यू में. बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है इसमें? It takes a lot of time. You have to wait for the respondents to respond. Of late, Google Form has become very convenient for data collection, but it has its own disadvantage. It takes a lot of time. You have to wait till the respondents are filling up the form. You have to be patient. You'll have to communicate the abilities. Again, bias may occur due to various factors. You may be biased, like see, आपके हिसाब से आप करोगे, ठीक है? You know, whatever you want to do, you can do. Like for example, किसी ने neutral लिखा है, तो you may either take it on the agree side or disagree side, or you may select that who will only give me the data. Remaining का मैं नहीं करूँगी, right? And again, you need to check how reliable is it. So reliability factor करना होगा. समझ में आ रहा है कितना आप डिपेंड कर सकते हो? Whereas secondary data already published sources से है, very very reliable, very easy to get, and then researcher का bias इसमें नहीं होता है क्योंकि basically it is already published. I'm only going to use that data. So it is also time saving. Data available है RBI website में, देखो मेरा inflation सब कुछ मिल रहा है. So it becomes easier for me. And also examine the trend over time. Ages का मिल सकता है, मतलब 10 साल 15 साल का मिल सकता है. I can always see the trend. And again, I don't have to wait for somebody to fill in my data form. So participant का cooperation की जरूरत नहीं है. But problem ये है, how accurate or reliable is the website that is going to give me these data, or how accurate is the publication that I'm going to get this data, and may not be suitable. Like for example, मेरा हिसाब से टेलर मेक नहीं कर सकती हूँ, जो मिल रहा है वही मैं ले सकती हूँ. दैट इज अगेन एन इशू. एंड अगेन करंट रिसर्च क्वेश्चन के लिए शायद अभी जून में पब्लिश हुआ होगा, अभी के लिए मैं नहीं ले सकती हूँ, राइट. एंड ऑल्सो दैट डेटा जो है इट मे नॉट बी एक्यूरेट बिकॉज कभी कभी कोई कोई फैक्टर मिस आउट हुआ होगा और वो मुझे मिल भी नहीं रहा हो, तो दैट अगेन इज अ प्रॉब्लम. आर यू फॉलोइंग?